get on stage, he was flinging around that damn wire everywhere. You used to do that. I don't know if you realize that.
What are you talking about?
You did. You have it, you tuck it in your pocket for a while, you throw it around your leg, you have sex with the damn thing. Instead of doing you, I will work on it. How would you like to hear a part 2 to that I haven't done? I had a friend named Joey. No, I'm not about to talk about a toaster. But it is the same Joey, same friend. This is back during the time where we were being experimental with our chemistry. And Joey, same guy with the toaster, decided that, you know, maybe he'd like to be experimental with us. Now, we were unsure about this guy. We didn't know how he was going to handle this. So, we're like, okay, well, you know what, why don't you know, go ahead and just do this. We'll watch after you, don't worry, there's 6 of us, we're all going to do it. We're going to watch after you. So, he goes in there, I'm not even going to say what or how we do this stuff. We do it. And it takes a while. And it's a very peaceful period of mild conversation. What do you think we will trip about tonight? I don't know. Will we jump off a balcony and die? Possibly. But it'll be cool. And we're sitting there, and suddenly this stuff starts kicking in, right? And we're doing all kinds of crazy. Now, one thing that people who've never, you know, tripped on any hallucinogen don't realize is that time gets messed up bad. You walk from one side of the house to another, that is a journey. You meet someone in the kitchen, hello, weary traveler. Have you passed the mountains yet? And I mean, seriously, it feels that way. And we go in there. Now, Joey was an interesting person. Joey was one of the latest members of our group, it was NARFA, Northwest Arkansas Regional Furry Association. And he always dressed like a science teacher. He had corduroy, he dressed like in a corduroy jacket, and he threw B-movie nights. You come over and watch crappy movies at his house, and drink until you're drunk, and then pass out. Wonderful event. If you showed up on time, because he knew he looked like a science teacher, he would give you a little gold star. And he'd take the gold star, like the old days, you know, he'd take the gold star and he'd put it on your glass. You showed up a little late, you got a green star. And if you showed up even later than that, we just called you the help. So, this is Joey, and this is the first time he's done this, and we're starting to, you know, have fun here. We're starting to go around and you know, some guy walks in the room that's not tripping, and he brings in a drink, and he's like, hey guys, have you seen this drink? And we all gather around it, and we smell it, and all at the same time go, it smells purple. And we're having a great time, right? And we're heading across the house, which takes millions of years. We're being Carl Sagan here. Billions and billions of years over to the bedroom. And Joey, the whole time, is just sitting there, cross-legged on the floor. And we don't really know what he's feeling. We're like, is he digging this? Is he not? Maybe we should take him back to his apartment, where he's more comfortable. Yes, good idea. Let's take him back to his apartment where he's comfortable. Well, then we remembered that his apartment was up 3 flights of stairs, and all the way on the other end of the building. That's an eternity. How are we going to get up there? How are we we need some maps. Does anybody have a compass, a flashlight? What do we have? So, we get Joey up, and we pull him out. Now, we were wearing tails and ears and things like that, because when you're tripping and you're wearing tails and ears, some really fun things happen. So, we're going up the stairs now. We look at the stairs and we're like, okay, up the stairs, and we're holding on to each other's tails and shirts, going up the stairs, so we don't get lost. We would get lost. We go up there, we're still going up. 325 flights of stairs we go up, until finally the person in the front of the 250 person line, I swear to God, says, wait, stop, there's a hole. What do you mean there's a hole? There's a hole in the deck. Oh crap, shit, we'll fall through. It's 1,000,000 miles down, what are we gonna do? Now you've got 4 people wearing ears and tails, hugging the rail, around a knot hole this big, dragging Joey along. We get him back to his apartment, and we set him down on the floor. And he just sits there for a minute. He's looking around, contemplating the entire experience. We're like, dude, Joey, are you okay? Now, one thing that happens when you're tripping is that you can actually put your finger on the wall and write something, and it will light up. You remember the beginning scene of The Secret of NIMH? That pen where he writes it, and then he goes, and it lights up. Your finger will do that. You can read entire sentences up there. And that's something we played with a long time. So we sit there like, Joey, dude, tell us, are you okay? And he gets up slowly, and he walks over to his own wall, and he goes, you all get a gold star. Look, we thought we were going to be sunburned the next day, man. This thing... Yeah.
You know, I've learned a lot from this man. And
no, you have.
Oh, I have. I've learned a lot from you. For example, I have learned that the most fun you can have with a person who's tripping on acid is just say the word spider.
Spiders. Spiders. Some of you guys don't. Some of these dudes don't know our older stuff.
No, they don't.
I fucked with a whole house full of people who were tripping. I knew they were tripping. And I went in there, and I was like, hey guys, yeah, I just thought I'd check in and stop and see how's it going. And they about killed themselves trying to get to the remote control. They were, fuck! They did that. I totally screwed them up.
I am much nicer than that. I'm not as cruel and vicious and savage as this man, my colleague over here. I do not tease people who are tripping. I tease little old ladies who stumble into furry conventions. Because that's fun for me. I have all sorts of course, I give the panel where I say, how do you answer the question, you know, what is all this? There's a lot of potential answers to that question. And you always say the little lady comes into the lobby, and she'll come up to me.
What's all these animals about? Why does that guy dress like a tiger?
What animals, ma'am, are you talking about?
That animal right there, like that deer. Do you see that?
Ma'am, would you like to sit down? Why don't you have something to drink? Are you on any medications?
Oh my gosh, I think I need my pills.
Well, it was like this weekend, I told you about it in my show. I was in an elevator, and there was a chick back there that was not from this con. You could tell because she had that wide-eyed, holy fuck, what's going on look. And she saw my badge, this badge right here, and it says dealer on it. And she said, dealer. It says dealer on it. Are you a drug dealer? And everybody else in the elevator, they're kind of like, because they're furries, I'm like, and I just looked at her and said, it makes the animals go away. I have never seen anybody leave an elevator faster. If the door had opened right then, she'd have jumped out that door.
That's another fun one, especially at the end of the con when I take the lab coat off, I'm just in the shirt and tie. If I'm sitting at the bar with a bunch of fursuiters, if a non-con person sits down nearby,
Non-con person, you're
Yes.
so PR.
a mundane, okay?
There you go.
I'll sit there and I'll look at my wine, and I'll look at the person,
Non-con person.
I'll look back at my wine, I'll look over here, I'll say, beg your pardon, do you see them too?
Nice.
What's really fun is when they go, why?
Well, yeah. Trying to pretend that it's not really happening. You know, why is it? And now, this is not so much, you guys, you remember, Takasa will remember, for some reason, during the early days of the furry fan,